ago that I would finish the second half of the list on how to deal with challenges. And I already gave you the first 5 items. Now I'm going to give you the second 5 items on how to deal with challenges. This is so important because life promises challenges, even for those who are successful or seem to be favored. So here's number one. Actually, not number one. This is number 5 because this is part 2. This is number 5. Make adjustments, meaning that when you encounter challenges in life, setbacks, you can't continue using the same strategy that you've been using before. You have to make adjustments to suit the current environment that you're in. For example, you should ask yourself, are we in Fiji water or tap water times? Which is to say, if you experience some financial challenges, should you continue buying Fiji water as you have been? Or should you say, you know what? I'm gonna save about $400 a month and stop drinking Fiji bottled water, and I'll just start drinking tap water. It's not going to kill me. You have to know what time it is. Is it Fiji water time or is it tap water time? Make the appropriate adjustments so that you can bounce back. The second question you should ask yourself, and this one is very important for those with bourgeois first world problems. Can I afford a pet? We start off talking about financial challenges because most of you believe you're facing financial challenges. And so for the bourgeois in the Western world who have pets, they consider friends or family. You may come to a time where you actually cannot afford to pay for Fido and his dog food and pet care and all of these unnecessary bourgeois expenses. You must undergo the hard work, the emotional and practical work of getting rid of this pet because at this time in life you can't afford it and indeed are unworthy of having such an unnecessary expense. And the most important thing with regards to Fiji water and pets, neither are important or necessary. They're mere symbols and they're not necessary symbols. Number 2, this is an important one because when you encounter challenge, the human psyche tends to make things bigger than it actually is. It's called being emotional. And so the first thing you want to do is make the problem more manageable in your mind. After all, no one dies because they can't have a luxury car or a gold watch, which is to say, for the most part, all the problems you are encountering today will not kill you. What's the evidence of that? Well, you're still alive to hear this message, meaning that every problem you've had so far has not been a deadly, fatal problem. You may have exaggerated it as though it is fatal, but it mostly isn't. You'll mostly keep going. And the good news is, if it is a fatal problem, then you won't have to deal with it anymore because you'll be out of here. So don't exaggerate the problem in your mind. Make it manageable. Number 3, this is important. This is a meaningful metaphor. Billionaire brains are more important than $1 billion. I repeat, having a billionaire mindset and thinking is more important than having $1 billion. For as they say, kings lose crowns, but teachers stay intelligent, which means that your money, your liquidity, capital, assets can be taken away, they can disappear, but if you have the brains, you can recover all of it. That's the nice thing about material, is that you can get it back. No need to stress over it. And number 4, you should have tunnel vision until you get it, which is to say, a challenge is just an obstacle in between you and something that you want. So you should have tunnel vision until you get what you want with it, which is a dogged persistence that really gives little care to anything outside of your goals. So many people are easily swayed away from their goals by spouses, family members, distractions, challenges. But if you really want something, you will be laser focused on it and you will not take your eyes off the prize. So tunnel vision until I get it. And trust me, on the path to obsessively pursuing your big goal, there will be many who don't understand you and may question your ways. Ignore them. They know nothing of achievement. Lastly, this is my favorite. This is one we often forget. It's a way of fueling yourself. It is feed yourself inspiration. which is number one, feed yourself some ism. Some of this knowledge that we've prepared for you in succinct nuggets that are so meaningful and potent. Feed yourself good movies, Man Against the System movies, stories of triumph. Feed your mind documentaries so that you have real world evidence of people who have achieved extraordinary things, letting you know that your smaller goals are very easy to accomplish. Review your own awards, your own speeches, your own accomplishments, times you've been in the sun, so that you can remember that you are indeed a great man or woman. In other words, look into your black box, which is the store of memories and experiences of times you have soared above turbulence. And also, good literature will help you in that. If you've not read my book entitled The Black Box, you can use the link tree in the description to get a low-cost copy on ebook, or if you want a paperback, you can get a paperback on Amazon. And of course, being in Dubai in a nice hot tub with a lovely view also helps you relieve stress, which is key to getting past challenges. You need a clear mind. You need to be at peace. How are we doing?
Good.
Fantastic. Let me take a look at that. Yes, a lovely view out here, Saints. Nice small audience. I realize it's very late at night in our core markets, but it is a gorgeous day in the neighborhood. Hey, I appreciate you all being here with me. We are going to go ahead and end this the way we always end this. First, let me give the consideration of seeing if there were any questions that were sent through via Cash App or PayPal or support@marquettism.com. Then we'll go ahead and wrap this up the way we always wrap it up, with the Creed of the Assassin. Yes, one of the same came through on PayPal. And shout out to Jabrizi. I know he's way on the other side of the world on a lovely island. Samson writes, peace to the saints. The test of success is not what you do, but how quickly you bounce back from hardship. Do you have any mental cues that help you to snap back into action as quickly as possible and not dwell for too long? Well, you never recover time. Time is the greatest asset that you can never recover, so I try not to waste it. And I'm always looking at myself as one who has peers that are Julius Caesar, Napoleon Bonaparte, the great pharaohs. And when you're looking at yourself in comparison to Julius Caesar, you have much to accomplish. And also, when you understand the stories of a Napoleon Bonaparte, how he was cast off to a small island and was able to come back to the mainland and regain an empire, you realize that many men who are greater than you are have had bigger falls and they've come back. So the key is knowing that time is precious and limited and irreplaceable. You ought not waste it, and you got to get back in action. So to pity yourself or to degrade yourself because you've made a mistake is foolish. To make a mistake is human. To overcome it quickly and get back to work without emotion is godly. And you'd much rather operate in a godly mode rather than a low human mode. So thank you for that question. I do believe we are all caught up. It's always a pleasure to fellowship with you all. I'm glad I could keep my word and bring you that second half of the list. Yes?
You're good.
Okay. You see, I'm interpreting your faces.
Yeah.
Yes. Thought you were making that face of, oh, the D is out, You're about to push down everyone's self-esteem. Okay. Saints, let us end this the way we always end this, with the Creed of the Assassin. Repeat after me with full conviction, knowing this is true of you. The Creed of the Assassin. I am going to be who I truly am, because I am remarkable, and I'm going to strive every moment to show the greatest part of who I am. Until next time, peace to the saints.